So this man's getting ready for the Olympia, knees messed up, doesn't say nothing, doesn't put nothing on social media, still stands up and takes the fight.
You ain't gonna build 22, 23 inch biceps lifting 10s all day. It's just not gonna work. Sorry to break it to you. You got.
Lightweight doesn't work?
No. Don't always run to that IG. Don't always run to Twitter. Ask yourself, are you good? And be still, and I promise you, something in the universe is gonna help fix it. But you just gotta continue to believe in that. And put yourself in a room full of people who understand the definition of gratitude.
I like that, because before I came up here, a gentleman came up to me and said he's fighting cancer, and he said, have you ever been depressed and have you pulled yourself out? And I think that's a beautiful thing, because you stayed in you and pulled yourself up instead of going to outside sources to get that. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's a strong thing, because it's so easy to get the support and get everybody else to lift you up. And I've been there, so I fully understand that concept of going to the social media and looking for the support instead of you sitting on yourself and trying to get yourself to man up, in a sense. But that leads me into something else, and that is, every time somebody gets injured, it's the first thing they do. I'm injured, I can't train, I'm throwing it up on social media, look at me, feel sad for me. Now I know for a fact, you didn't put up nothing getting ready for the Olympia, and you had a torn ACL. Is that right? And so he's getting ready for the biggest show in the world that he's never lost, in the sense, after winning, boom, boom, boom. He still goes and does it. Where society that I know, I've been in the industry for over 40 years, so I've seen these guys, even the smallest thing like guest pose, and I remember a guest poser says, I can't guest pose because I sneezed and I hurt my back. Wow, all right, so this man's getting ready for the Olympia, knees messed up, doesn't say nothing, doesn't put nothing on social media, still stands up and takes the fight. I like that, I like that, and I think that's why the gladiator mentality between us is what I love about us, is that keep it to yourself, this is about you, don't look for the symphony, the sadness from society, mostly like what you're saying, like right now it's a crazy time, and I love the aspect that you did that. What was the mindset? I think it's wrong, but what's the mindset that you could tell them how you continued forward regardless? Because you could have walked away. Everybody would have understood, right? You hurt your knee, you don't do the Olympia. What made you do it?
You guys know who Tiger Woods is, right? Okay. I think it was 2008, 2009, he was getting ready for, I can't remember exactly the golf tournament, but he took a swing, fell right down, shattered his leg. I think it was like PGA Championship or something. His, Steve, his old caddy, said something of like, hey, like, shut it down, it's over, it's a wrap, like, you know, because he kept shooting like crap that first round. He basically told him to F off, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm gonna win this damn thing. And you know what he did? He won. There's this, you know, growing up, I mean, I was born in 79, so going through the 80s, I mean, you saw movies of this word called triumph. And that word is like something so valuable to me, because that means that you went through something. You know, when you're watching the film, and I mean, we've all watched Rocky movies, and you're waiting for the tide to turn. You're waiting for, I mean, he's like dying and stuff, and you're like, come, like, you know he's gonna win, but you're so into it. And we've all watched, like, you know, Rocky 4 and stuff like that. You know the ending, but every time you watch, you're like, come on, come on. And there's that one moment where the light switches, and he's almost like a man possessed, and he knows that it's his time. I've had that feeling. And in order to know what you're really capable of, you need adversity. You can't build muscles without added adversity, right? That adversity is more resistance. It's resistance training. You ain't gonna build 22, 23 inch biceps lifting 10s all day. It's just not gonna work. Sorry to break it to you. You got
lightweight doesn't work?
No. You can switch it up and be like Ronnie and say lightweight baby and then go all out. You can do that. But you gotta progress. You gotta progress. And you gotta be willing to just go for it. I mean, we've seen this in the evolution of man. I mean, what was it, like 20, 30 years ago? I mean, a Ferrari did a 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. Damn car does it in under 3 seconds now. How do they do that? They push the envelope. They reinvented themselves. They were willing to evolve. So how can I evolve if I'm stuck in the same patterns and the same habits? If I carry the same habits, I'm never going to get to that next level. And I was presented an opportunity by being injured to find out who I am, not just with the muscles, but also in here and in here. So that mindset, I'm just like, wouldn't it just be awesome if you just hunkered down and won this damn thing? What kind of cool story would that be? And you know what, I missed. But the reason why I'm still smiling is the fact that I can laugh and be like, man, you still scared the shit out of them, didn't you? You still scared them. I still cut them. I was second after prejudging, you know, and yeah, I got third. Third place ain't that bad. And, you know, I realized that there's just valuable lessons of mental fortitude by getting pushed. If it was perfect, we all know, like, if it was a perfect time, I had everything planned out, you know, with the chiropractor, the massage therapist, all the other cool stuff, COVID wasn't around, I would have won the show. But life ain't always perfect. That's like being in sales. Anyone in sales? Anyone in sales? Okay. So you get Employee of the Month, and it's now the next month. Anyone can hit a lucky jump shot, right? You're a Salesman of the Year. You're a Personal Trainer of the Year. Okay, good job, dude. How about get to that next level? What's gonna push you to that next level? Oh man, but like, damn, boss man gave me a higher quota, but they just fired like 25% of our staff. How am I gonna do this? Well, and I'm sorry for all the movie references, but I mean, we watched that movie Apollo 13, you know, we know the story. How'd they get back? They did not get back with the conventional equipment that was usually necessary to fly and then come back. They came back with, what, 1/10 of what they were supposed to have? So in my mind, I always pull from these different stories of triumphant moments from other people and use them because they remind me that anything is possible. If a damn space shuttle can come back to Earth with all the, I mean, they were facing death. I wasn't. But if they're facing that, and they went back to the drawing board and they figured out every little meticulous thing that they could do to get to the result that they wanted, they defied the odds. Why don't I do the same? Defy the odds. Find more, be more resourceful. Use every ounce of that brain, every ounce of your soul, and be resourceful and figure it out. Because that's what innovation is. That's how we've created all these cool things. Someone dreamt it and then didn't have the perfect situation. It's like our dear friend Juan Morel and his wife. They make those incredible cookies. How do they make the cookies? I mean, she just came up with recipes for his cheat meals on Sunday. Next thing you know, they're killing it, and everybody, including the freaking diabetic, is willing to die for a damn cookie now. But they became resourceful. So
you guys got to try the cookies.
It's not even a shameless plug. It's freaking dope. But at the end of the day, that's my mindset, is finding other stories to show that I'm not alone. So it's okay to seek out other athletes, other people, go to seminars, find out other, you know why? Because they went through it. And sometimes they went through it 10 years ahead of you. So now they can give you the advice to say, hey man, you're about to make a huge mistake. You're about to fall. You're about to fall. Come back over here. Go over here and try this. And that's what this is about, is sharing stories but being vulnerable and understanding, like, look, your message always can be a great message, but that story of triumph is something that I will always look back at and say, man, it's just incredible what I was able to accomplish by just being in here and in here, here and here, here and here, and knowing that I didn't give up. So that's something that I always want to continue to preach to people, is like, you just got to get in there, okay, and see what happens. And just see what happens. Because if you don't, that's the funny part, is that there are athletes that won't even try. We've all met them. They're the person, the guy, the girl in the gym that looks great. When's your next show? Oh, you know, I don't know. They're scared. No, they are. They're scared. They're scared what other people may think. They're scared that that judge, because it's a judgment, they put too much energy into someone else's opinion. Instead of saying, no, for me, I just wanted to step on stage with my peers and see if I can kick their ass. And then see how I compare. And then based on that adjudication, see how I can improve. How can I fine tune this? How can I scope this better? How can I be better? But, you know, throughout my career, I've just been very fortunate to always see adversity as that, like, it's like a fire. I'll walk through it, and I'm fine. But if I put it in my head that, oh man, I'm gonna get burned, I'm gonna die, it's like, you don't know that. You just don't know that. It's like, you'll love this one. And I'm saying this out loud so that people know that I came up with it. And it's being recorded. Live life like leg day. People are laughing because they're like, man, I hate leg day, man. This is bullshit. She's like, oh yeah, I hate it. Yeah, but if I said, let's go train. Oh man, I get to train with Phil Heath. Oh my god. We're doing legs. Oh man, sorry dude. Like, I know you the gift. You 7 times. You're one of the greatest. But I gotta go. But if we're training arms, you're like all for it, right? Twist that around. Why are you putting that crap in your head that, oh, because it's gonna hurt? Okay? That's all a frame of mind. If you imagine if you switch that up and said, yep, it's gonna hurt, because why is it gonna hurt? Because I haven't done it. I haven't done it before. I put this negativity in my head of saying, I gotta get underneath this bar and actually, like, oh my God, I've seen people puke and pass out and this and that. You know, there's always a reward on the other side of pain, you know that, right? So imagine switching that mindset up to where if I live it like a leg day and I have a great leg day, imagine how your arm day is going to be. Imagine how everything is going to be, like, phenomenal. And if you're in a competitive space, oh man, you just now crushed the competition. You just now separated yourself from everybody else. So those are those things of mental fortitude and actually having that positive, like, imagination of saying, like, well, why am I freaking out about this? Because I've trained people that have puked on back day training with me. So it's just like how you go at it. But if you're too chicken to go chicken legs. But if you're too scared to go do that, then who's to say, like, that's like saying, like, if Warren Buffett came in here and said, hey, I'm willing to help the next 10 people. The minute he says that, I don't care what it is, I would have left. He would have saw me run faster than Usain Bolt right now, I promise you. If he said, I'm looking for the next 10 people, quick. Because I know something good is going to come out of that. But if I'd have said, well, you know, I've got, you know, family, and I got this, and I got that, and I'm making all these damn excuses. So do not, it's hard, but that's where the discipline comes in. The minute your mind starts to resist, shut it down right there and say, why am I doing that? Oh, well, there's a new job posting coming up. Did you hear about? Oh yeah, you know. What? We've all the body language. Oh, you know. Nah, man, I'll sign up. Well, you don't know anything. I'll figure it out. Because I need to find out what I'm made of. So those are those things like mentally that I just, it wasn't an arrogance, it was just more like, what if? What if it works out?
One of the things that hopefully you guys picked up already is that he doesn't care about the other person's opinion, but it doesn't interfere with what he has set up. He focuses on what he needs to do. That's why he took off the TV. I don't want to watch that stuff. That's negative. I got a show to get ready for. I'm injured. He stays in his own path. I'm going to still compete. See, I know where Phil grew up. We grew up 45 minutes away from each other. I grew up in a nice area. Didn't have to lock the doors. It was perfect. 9 brothers and sisters. Leave the keys in the car. Kind of a cool thing. Phil did not grow up in that kind of a neighborhood.
Oh, hell no.
But I think these are what's great about that he started this mindset at such a young age. And so it's not that Phil's Mr. Olympia that I think that's cool about my friend. What I like about Phil is the stuff that he's battled and comes back. And like you said earlier, you said everybody on Instagram now is a legend.